Hey guys, what is up? This is Max Size Life and welcome back to yet another YouTube video of mine. Today is going to be one of the most important videos of my YouTube channel when I'm going to talk about work opportunities available to you guys in 2022. To be precise, we are going to talk about the international students, work opportunities for them like 20 hours a week. So we are going to talk about the part-time stuff mostly. I'll try to cover every single thing in this video, starting from a very small job like a grocery store, going up to all the technical aspects and field jobs and having field jobs while studying. So you need to stay till the end in this video to know everything that I'm going to basically discuss in this video. I worked at a grocery store by myself and I had pretty good experiences for a certain period of time. First of all guys, grocery store jobs are easy to get because they are looking to hire you all the time. Honestly, what I say is that if you provide a lot of availability to them, they are going to hire you pretty quick. For example, I have provide availability of like literal almost 5 days. Though my college was pretty tough, if my college finishes at 6 p.m. I provided an availability started from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. This way I gave them like more days so that they can adjust me better and then end up choosing me as a person for them, instead of those people who just provided the availability for 2 days like Saturday and Sunday, and they end up not getting the job because they think that they are not able to make a more flexible schedule would have them in the company. Now grocery stores are pretty good because they provide you like a 13% off if you want to buy everything from the same store, like Walmart. So I was working for Walmart and Walmart provides its employees 13% off if you want to purchase anything from the Walmart. Meanwhile, if I say like yes, it can be something like a tax reduction, but again my friends, if you're buying something on a sale, it's like a Boxing Day sale or it's like a Black Friday sale, then I'm sorry, this discount card is not applicable on those sales. So that's when you do the big purchases. So if you keep in your mind that okay fine, we will buy a PlayStation from the Walmart when it comes on and off, yeah, like on Boxing Day or something like that, then you won't be able to get or avail that discount card on that particular purchase because guess what, this is like an official sale. Again, the items on clearance which are really cheap on Walmart, you cannot buy them with that card of yours, so no discount applicable. But hey, Walmart is not the only grocery store in Canada. Like there are many grocery stores like Metro, No Frills, Freshco, what else, Loblaws. Yeah, there are many grocery stores. A real Canadian superstore. So they all have different kind of benefits for their employees, but this is not our purpose. We're just working 20 hours and we have to focus upon what is the maximum that we can get out of that 20 hours and what is the most comfortable thing that we can cop up with. So grocery stores for me, yes, it's good as an initial job unless until you get a better job, and there are many better jobs to do while being a student. Second type of most lucrative job in Canada is security. Now security, I have made I don't know how many videos upon that. I already made a detailed video about how the job is, what are the cons and pros, what is the process. I've literally made 2 or 3 videos about security. I won't talk a lot about it, but yes, this is a very viable job option in 2022 as sites are back to normal, offices are open, they need people, they need security in the offices. So yes, even though I would say pandemic didn't affect my job pretty much because I was working in a site which was already closed. I won't disclose the name because it is against the policies, but yeah, I was not affected by pandemic because it's just a closed commercial site. That's what I was working for at the time. For you guys, so there are many type of security jobs, like there are sales and there are these fixed commercial sites the way I'm doing, and there are some fixed sites that are seasonal. Like for example, COVID was a season for me, so it's like a season. So because of COVID there was a demand of COVID-19 screeners, and a lot of people was working during that time as COVID-19 screener, and I also worked for a little bit of time as a COVID-19 screener. So I can say that is also like a really good job because everything keeps on coming towards you. You will never sit like idle. Even if you are a floater for 2 years, you will still have enough job opportunities for those 2 years. It's not like just because you're a floater you won't get any shift. I literally sat home for like 1 month, but my salary was a little higher, so it compensated for the 1 month pretty much. The third most effective job type can be your field job. For example, if you were working in food industry like in a laboratory, and you come here, you try to find some labs around which are not really that famous, but still they need people for part-time work, there is a high chance that you can get job there. It's just that it would be really more hectic, I would say, because you gotta work more hard, and it's not easy. You gotta stand for prolonged hours, and it's more like working in a factory. So I would say like having the burden of a full-time career during your part-time hours doesn't make much sense. I'd say that those 2 years at least you should try to keep your life easy. So field job is something that I won't really recommend. It's not something that is in my recommendation list because it can make your life hard. But here there is a plus point to that as well. If you have a field job during your student time only, it means that you can ask the same company to give you like a full-time position, which will maybe land in an NOCB type job, and then you just get away with it. You gotta do your 1560 hours and then apply for your express entry or whatever. It's like easy. But why I'm still not going for it? Because even if you don't have a field job during your study time and then you apply for it later on, there are plenty of jobs. You will get it. The day you will make your mind up that yes, I really need it, you're gonna get it. It's pretty easy. The next type of job, which is pretty much influential and I would say is something that makes a big impact on a student's life, can be really helpful for you, because I'd say out of all the jobs, this is the job which have most money in it. So this is a restaurant job. And now you will say, how would a restaurant job can make you a lot of money? So if you're working for a nice fine dining restaurant, something like Toroni, then you can make a lot of money. Let me tell you how. So in these big restaurants, you get a lot of tips. So those tips come straight to your pocket. For example, if somebody is working like 20 hours and he is getting his $14 an hour, it will make equivalent to somebody who's working in grocery store, which is equal to $500 bi-weekly, plus something like $100 or $200 tips every single week. So which makes your paycheck from 500 to 900 bi-weekly. And this is a big benefit, extra cash, who minds that? But this job comes with a drawback. So the drawback of this job is that you have to really work your butt off. You literally have to work for maybe 4 or 5 days a week, because these fine dining restaurants are usually open for less hours, like 5 hours, 6 hours. Even if they're open for 10 hours, they divide it between two people, one for 5 hours, other one for 5 hours. So honestly, it's a little mess, because you have to travel a lot more. You have to actually work for 4 or 5 days, which is unlikely to a person who is doing study. And I'll say, if this is COVID and everything is just like study from a distance and you're studying from your home only, you're not going to school, you're going to school merely 1 or 2 days in a week, then this thing is pretty much manageable. But if you're working like, oh my god, if you're like working these 5 days and then you're going to school at the same time for 4 days in a week, this is pretty hard, and you have to do both things together, because more of these restaurants are in downtown. If you're studying somewhere like in Centennial, or if you're studying somewhere like in Canadore, or if you're studying somewhere like in St. Lawrence Alpha College, then you have to like travel 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes just to reach over there first and do your job and then come back. So it's like it adds up 3 more hours. So $400 extra a week, is it worth it? I'll leave the decision up to you for sure. There is one more type of job. Actually, there are many relevant jobs, but I would call them, like compile them in a single word, which is a DPW. If we are working somewhere as a daily paid worker, most probably in a factory or something similar. So this kind of job is, like, I would say, it's hardest job. It is a job which you might have to do very first when you will come to Canada, because other jobs you have to apply and then you have to get them, and it is like pretty much time taking to get those jobs that I have mentioned. But the first job that most of the students do is a factory job. I say that this is something like that you have to do it because you don't have any other job. Some people get used to it and then they start working in factory for long hours. Most probably these people are, I would say, somewhere like 19 to 21, because they see this job so simple and easy. It's like no use of brain, simply going there and just moving your hands in a fast-paced environment, and this is basically that job is. So it's less brain, more body efforts, I would say. So which means that this job is not for me, but I don't know. I don't know if you can do it. If you can do it, you can do it. But I mean, like, if I'll stand 10 hours straight every single day and lifting heavy weights, I'll get back pain for sure. Yes, and there's no shame in that. Anybody can get that. Last but not the least, most overhyped, Uber Eats. So Uber Eats is a job, guys, that many of the international students do, and after 2 years, if I'll ask them that how was it, they'll just say that okay, we did it for the meantime, we were liking it right in the start, but it's okay, not anymore. So guys, Uber Eats doesn't make you a lot of money all the time. It just makes you a lot of money when there are peak hours in downtown. So if you go to downtown, you have to go near some McDonald's, or you have to go in pretty much in the core of downtown, something like Young and Dundas. So if you'll go there, you'll get a lot of walking Ubers during those times when people eat their lunch or their dinner. So usually they can be like 11 p.m. as well. So if you are really willing to do that and you're gonna plan to stay in Toronto, then just buckle up yourself, because it's gonna be really cold. And in these cold winters, if you have to do something like Uber by bike or walk, it's never gonna be easy. You might not feel it in the start, but later on it's gonna be like a little hectic, especially. And I don't know, these kids upstairs, they just keep on banging the ceiling, and I live in a basement for now, so yes, sometimes it's hard when you have to like sleep. So yes, walking Uber, I would say, like, a lot of people think that this is a good option. This is a good option for those people who don't really want a boss in their life, because it's your life. I mean, like, you can do whenever you want it. It's pretty simple. It's not really hard. You just simply have to click a go button on your Uber app and you start doing the deliveries. This job comes with a drawback as well. So this is a self-employment. As I just said, this is a self-employment. So by end of the year, you have to show it in your tax returns that you was doing Uber Eats, and then you have to might be paying some taxes, because this is a self-employment again. Government will charge you taxes. Guys, if you talk about my personal preference, I'll still go for a security guard's job in 2022. Very simple and straightforward reason is that you can do long shifts and you are done in 2 days. So the 20 hours that you have to do most of the times, you're just done with 2 days, and then you have 5 days to do your schoolwork. I was studying in Centennial, but I never had a hard time because of my job, because my job was pretty easy, as I just have to go and screen, and it was not fast paced. I can sit all the time, I can think about my assignments, I can think about my new tests, I might like take a glance at my syllabus when I'm having my free time. And most of the security jobs do not deduce the money for your breaks. For example, many of the jobs that you do, they will deduce like an hour or 30 minutes, whatever it will be, as a money for your breaks. They won't pay you for your breaks basically. But in security, most of the security jobs, all of the sites that I have done, and I was a floater for 1 year, I did almost 12 to 13 sites. Everywhere the breaks were paid. So this is a big advantage of security job. The second most preferred job will be a fine dining server or fine dining host, because okay, fine, you're working like 5 days or 4 days or whatever, you manage your time sometimes, and sometimes when you just keep on doing a certain schedules, you get so used to with it. So okay, fine, if I am gonna work I'm gonna work really hard, then why not, I'll go for a job which pays me a lot, right? At least let me make money. As this video by no means says that any job is bad, but I'm just trying to optimize the jobs according to a person who is studying. So this is what my goal is, basically, to make this video about.
उनके बारे में बताना है। तो आज मेरा सारा काम पूरा हो जाएगा। मैंने सारी मेंबरशिप्स वगैरह देख रखी हैं कि किसका कितना पैसा लगता है। तो चलो इस वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं, एंड मैं वर्कआउट करने जा रहा हूँ, आके सारा बताता हूँ।
So stay tuned, guys. There will be next video. Devish will be telling you guys about how the gyms are in this city. As you guys were interested to know, I was getting a lot of comments about it, that why not let's just talk about gyms, and we'll have him over because he was a professional bodybuilder back in India and he knows a lot. So we got somebody who knows about it. So stay tuned for that video as well. Guys, this is it for today's video. I hope you guys like it. If you like it, click the like button, share it with your friends if you find the information useful. Comment down below and let me know what are your thoughts about this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, Peace.